Gary Neville has long been the biggest twat in the footballing world, and while a lot of us have begrudgingly learned to put up with his fuckery, his behaviour over the last couple of days should quite frankly see him sacked from Sky Sports. For those of you who missed it, Neville accused Forest owner Evangelos Marinakis of scandalous behaviour after he stepped onto the pitch following the full-time whistle against Leicester, and point-blank stated that Nuno should negotiate his exit from the club immediately because of it. As it turns out, Marinakis only did this out of concern for one of his players in Taiwo, Awoniyi, who has now been put into an induced coma after having emergency abdominal surgery. Instead of apologizing for spreading fake news or deleting his insensitive tweet about the incident, Neville has been caught doubling down on his claims by the Spectator magazine in a private stream amongst his fellow pundits on the Overlap channel. I mean, bloody hell. It's bad enough seeing Sky Sports pretend that Marinakis was giving Nuno a public dressing down, but for this fucking gremlin Neville to use his personal platform to continue spewing hyperbolic drivel really takes the cake. To Forest's credit, they released an official club statement which indirectly called out Neville and Carragher for their baseless and ill-informed outrage, but I'm afraid this will only make them a target moving forward. The statement from Forest, while a little self-indulgent and propaganda-driven in nature, was absolutely spot on in its assessment of Sky's constant need for social media traction, and being exposed in this fashion is something the latter will not tolerate. Just like the PGMOL, they're complete bullies who do whatever the fuck they want, but throw their toys out the pram the second someone dare question them. I don't give a shit who you support. Unless you're having sexual intercourse with sheep at Pride Park, you should be having Forest back right now, because they're the only club with a backbone to stand up for what's right. Let's not forget, none of this would have even happened had the referee stopped play when he was supposed to. This whole thing about letting proceedings continue, even though a player is miles offside, does my head in. As for Marinakis, I despise how everything remotely human in football is turned into a soap opera these days. I'd give my left bollock for an owner like that at United, who actually turns up to games and gives a shit about results. Yet the press are hellbent on treating him like the Antichrist. All while English football is littered with owners you never see at the ground that are looking to make a quick buck. Marinakis is a man so obsessed with winning that following a draw or defeat at the City Ground, no music is played over the PA system because he believes there's nothing to celebrate. He's hardly a tyrant either. He makes sure to congratulate each of his players with a hug or handshake at full time in the tunnel, but obviously sharing this fact goes against the media's agenda. Frankly speaking, the worst thing about modern day football is outlets like Sky creating controversy out of thin air to keep their 24/7 news cycle ticking along. I didn't post a single video for a month prior to this Marinakis incident, because guess what? There was fuck all to talk about. But unfortunately, everyone these days prioritizes revenue above reporting on the truth. Brian Clough warned us about this decades ago in an iconic interview with John Motson, and I can only imagine he's turning in his grave seeing how pundits like Neville behave in 2025. Subscribe if you liked the video, and don't if you thought it was shite. Peace.